The way we use our body, changes in our posture, breathing, muscle tension and facial expression all affect our feelings and behavior. If you use your body differently, you'll have a completely different experience of being alive. Take a few moments now to think of a time when you felt particularly nervous. Perhaps before standing up to give a presentation at work, or before asking a particularly difficult question to someone you really care about. Now, stop. Wherever you are, plant your feet firmly on the floor. Put your shoulders back, put a big grin on your face, and take a deep breath. Now, try and think of that unpleasant situation without changing your posture. Keep your shoulders back, feet flat, your teeth shining. If you've done what I just asked, you probably already noticed that either your feelings about the situation have changed or you're no longer able to think about it in the same way. Our muscular tension or relaxation, breathing and body posture all influence our states. If your body's tense, it's producing different chemicals to when it's relaxed. So of course, you'll feel and think differently. Your mind and body are intimately linked in what's known as a cybernetic loop. That means that whatever you think about will affect the way your body feels, and the way you use your body will affect the thoughts inside your head. Put simply, one is always affecting the other. Think about someone you know who's depressed. What do you notice about their body posture? Unlikely to be upright. They tend to slouch and their movements are slow. I mean, nobody has ever come into my study and gone, "I'm depressed," in all the years I've been working with people. No, they're slouched and they're slow moving. They tend to look down. Contrast that with champion sports people, business leaders, and the most successful figures in show business. Notice what their postures have in common. Most of the time, you'll see them standing tall, but in a relaxed way. They move their bodies in bold, confident ways. And this posture of champions is accessible to you as well. Try this experiment this very moment. Imagine a silver cord running up through your spine and out through the top of your head, and that cord gently pulling up on the back of your head, making your body more and more upright. For the next few days, I invite you to practice sitting and moving in this new way by making this one simple change in the way you carry yourself. You'll send a whole new set of messages to yourself and the world about how naturally confident you are. Soon, you'll have reset the muscle memory, and this new confident posture will become your predominant habit. Many years ago, I was at a health exhibition when I walked past a rather small, nerdy-looking man wearing a martial arts outfit. My friend and I stopped and began having a conversation with him about Aikido. He explained that Aikido, a defensive martial art, where the main focus is upon using your opponent's energy against him while staying centered in yourself. To our delight, he agreed to give us a demonstration. He asked me to gently push him, and as he was more than a foot shorter than me, I had no problem knocking him off his balance. Then he smiled and said, "Now, push me again." I did as he asked, but something had changed. He didn't move at all. He told me to push harder, so I pushed as hard as I could, and it felt like he was made of concrete. He smiled again and said, "Ask your friend to help you." So me and my burly friend were both pushing as hard as we could, but to no avail. Someone even stopped to ask him a question, which he calmly answered as we pushed away against this tiny man. When we finally gave up, I asked him how on earth had he done that. He explained that when we move our attention to the very center of our body, we become physically and psychologically stronger. Then he asked me to think about something or someone that I found stressful. Well, my boss at the time came instantly to mind. Then he told me to forget about the room and the people around it and put my brain in my tummy. I thought, what the heck, but I gave it a go anyway, moving my attention directly to my stomach. He pushed hard on my shoulder, but I could barely feel it. I not only felt physically stronger, I felt calmer. When he asked me once again to think about my boss, I noticed that I no longer felt stressed and I felt stronger. Here's the very same exercise for you to learn and master. You can use it to prepare for potentially difficult situations, or in the moment too, you can use it to get your mind and body centered and confident. It can be useful to do this for the first time with the assistance of another person, but if you don't have anyone to do it with, you can always just do it yourself. Stand up and put your attention on your 1 point, about an inch below your navel and roughly halfway between your navel and your spine. This point is known in Japanese as the hara and is believed to be both the physical center of your body and the center storage point for your chi or life force. If it helps, place your hand over that area of your stomach. I find for me that if I line my thumb up across my navel, that works well. You may also like to visualize a ball of energy radiating from that spot. Now, think about a situation coming up in your life that you're worried or upset about. By the way, this is not the time for major phobias. Start with something relatively minor. So if you're doing this process with someone, have them push you gently on the shoulder, and you'll find that you're pretty easily pushed off balance. Continue thinking about that difficult situation and rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 means it's not stressful, 10 is very stressful. Now, bring your attention back to 1 point. Place your hand over that area on your stomach. If you have someone working with you, have them once again push you gently on the shoulder. You'll know you're at 1 point because it'll be very difficult for them to push you off balance. Finally, holding 1 point, think about the situation you were upset or worried about and notice the discomfort drain away, and notice the number is less than it was before. Again, if someone's working with you, they can monitor your attention by pushing gently against your shoulder as you do this to make sure you're holding 1 point. When you no longer feel discomfort thinking about the situation, you can use your 1 point attention to mentally rehearse performing at your best. When you're actually in the situation, you can hold 1 point as you perform to ensure that you will stay centered and peaceful throughout. Keep listening to the Hypnotic Trance. Tomorrow, you'll unlock a new hypnotic trance that complements the second part of our quest, and you'll have a few trances to choose from, but today, keep listening to the audio that you've been working with so far. Try the 1 point technique and experience yourself becoming stronger through your positive thoughts and attention. Also, as I mentioned already, for the next few days, I'm inviting you to practice sitting and moving as if there was a silver cord running through your body and pulling you up at the back of your head, making your body more and more upright.